Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Show Kita with me, Joseph Bakri, as your one and only host. Okay, tonight we are having three incredible guests. So the first one is a viral sensation on TikTok. The founder and owner of the Andreas Cat Hotel. Please welcome Andreas Bastian. The next one is a hardworking and very talented football player who has achieved the Best Player Award. Please welcome Adrian Abarua. And last one is an artist whose painting has recently been bought by the King of Kingdom Saudi Arabia. Please welcome Anto Purnama. So it's nice meeting you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I hope we have a great time here tonight.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Bastian, should I call you Bastian or
Yeah, Bastian.
Bastian? Okay.
Mhm.
Now you are a viral sensation on social media, especially on TikTok. How does it make you feel? How do you feel about it? Is it bothering you?
No, I'm not bothering about it.
Hmm. Okay, and what about your wife?
Yeah, my wife, so she's not bothered.
Wow, you really are a tough family, I guess.
Yeah, thank you.
I've seen your video on TikTok, which has a trillion maybe. Has it reached trillion views or
I
million
don't
views?
know.
Oh yeah,
So,
it's smart, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I've seen your video,
Yeah.
in TikTok that you have a very big, very large cat hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen just a glimpse of it. So it has 3 floor. Uh, would you tell us about the facilities of your cat hotel?
Yeah, so I have a cat hotel. In the first floor, there are administration, cat bed, and cat health check. Sorry. Yeah, and the second and third floors, there we have 3 rooms for cat, and in each room, there are play area for cats,
Yeah.
pillows for the cats to sleep, and
That's
special special cages for the cat, which need
Special
need
treatment,
special care,
like
yeah.
some disease or
Yeah.
some just request from your owner,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And last thing is kind of a big box contains sand to cat, like
I
you
know
what
what
I
you
mean.
mean.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same like the regular hotel, but by that I mean like human hotel.
Yeah.
It's like to say, except for the checking, health check. You say what do you say? Health check.
Yeah.
That place in the
Administration.
that which place in the first floor or the health check, the health check,
Yeah.
and the
Mhm.
bathroom, I guess. Oh yeah. So when a cat owner want to
Yeah.
check
Input.
that their cat,
Their
they must
cat.
be checked first, like
Mhm.
just like to check outside like some disease. Do they need a special treatment or something like that?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it it's the same as the human one when in the COVID era, like that?
Yeah.
It's like that?
Mhm.
Oh, the scanning,
Yeah.
and then the other thing, I don't know, the
Yeah.
medical things.
Mhm. Yeah.
When was this cat hotel built?
In 2018.
2018, so
Mhm.
it's 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. I've been looking on in internet
Mm-hmm.
to find about your you know, personal life or and something like that, just but because you just viral, you just
Mm-hmm.
booming on TikTok, so there's not much information in the internet. So would you mind share a little bit about your background or personal life to us,
Yeah,
John?
sure.
Okay, so to begin with, what was your last education?
So I took an English major at the University of Indonesia.
Hmm, that's interesting. How did a student of English major become a manager of a cat hotel? Do you mind telling us the story? Could you tell us the story?
Yeah, I went to Singapore to look for a
Hmm.
job,
Hmm.
and yeah, I got a job in a hotel as a front office.
That
Uh,
explains a lot of your looks.
mm-hmm.
You look amazing.
Thank you. After 4 years, I got a promotion as a manager.
That's quick. You must be very hardworking and talented.
Yeah. After working in Singapore for a long time,
Hmm.
I decided to take a break and return to Indonesia, my beloved country.
Yeah, our beloved country.
Yeah.
Then,
And when I was in Indonesia, I met with my friends who are fellow cat lovers.
or like community.
Yeah, like community cat
Yeah.
lovers, you know. And they told me that they had trouble leaving their cat when they wanted to travel.
Oh,
Yeah, there is where I told.
this is where you thought this is where you this is the first you thought about building a cat hotel.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah, yeah,
Is it
yeah. That's
correct?
what I mean. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
so you are a businessman.
yeah.
You see the
Thank you.
market, what people need, and then
Mhm.
you get, and then you create, build, and
Mhm.
give them.
Yeah,
Wow, you are very smart for this.
yeah. Thank you.
So that's an interesting story.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing us with us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, so Mr.
Adrian.
Adrian, sorry, I
Yeah,
call you Adrian.
Adrian.
Okay, so Adrian, how are you tonight?
Good.
That's nice to hear. So, at firstly, I'd like to talk about how people know you. So, now before you win this year's AFF Cup, people known you as the Wonder Boy, the player who achieved the U20 2018 FF Cup's Best Player Award. And now, after you win this year's AFF Cup, people know you as one of the players of Indonesian national football team who won the AFF Cup. Do you consider it as an improvement?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and what did you get from winning this competition, this cup?
I got a gold medal and 50,000 rupiahs.
Wow, that's a lot. And what did you do to the money?
I gave most of it to my parents and some to charity.
Wow,
Wow.
such a generous
Yeah.
man
He's so
at a
good,
young age.
man. Mhm.
Thank you.
From what I read on the internet, you are now playing as a professional football player in China's league, in a football club named, what is it? Chongqing Lifan, I guess.
Chongqing dan
I'm
Dai
sorry.
Livan.
Oh, Chongqing Danglai. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
my. I'm not really good. I'm not really good in Chinese. So, isn't that the same club where Andreas Iniesta play? Do you play with him?
No, he already retired when I got there, but I've met him
Hmm.
and asked for his autograph. I really wish I could play with him
Hmm.
though, but yeah,
Wow, that's a pity, but you are happy there, right?
yeah.
So, when did this Chongqing Dianling Fai football club first contact you? What's the story behind it?
It's when I was 20 years old. me after seeing me play and win the Best Player award in U20's 2018 EFF Cup.
Wow, you must give a really good performance back then,
I just give it my best.
and it's work.
Thank you.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
I read on Google and internet that before you played in the Chinese league, you were a professional football player. So, where did you play before you moved to China?
When I was little, I played in a lot of local soccer competition.
Mm.
After I graduated from high school, PSIS Semarang recruited me. Then a few years after that, the Indonesian national teams,
Oh, the Timnas.
yeah, recruits saw me and so on.
So before you before you played to the Chinese club, you were played in PSIS Semarang as the center back or striker. I mean the position before that. Is it the same as now?
Center back, yes.
Oh, the center back. Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, how's your life in China?
It's wonderful. I live in amazing life there. Everything is great.
What about the earlier time when you just moved there?
I heard it rough earlier. It's hard for me to adapt in China.
Hmm. And what are the things that make it hard? That make you experience a culture shock? Please tell us. Share with us.
First, the food. Chinese people rarely eat processed food. Most of the time, they eat fast food.
Oh, like the noodle or something like that.
Or burger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which for me is a new thing because because back in Indonesia I used to eat what my mom made for me.
Mom made food.
Man, I really miss my mom at the time, and I didn't know how to use chopsticks.
That's so funny.
That's really funny. And,
Yeah.
and then
So my teammates used to laugh at me for using spoon all of the time until they had no and taught me how to use chopsticks.
that's
That's so funny, bro.
No, but your friends are good though. They are kind to you. They've been kind to you. And then
Next, I walk a lot more in China than in Indonesia. I went to places by walking,
Hmm.
and when it's far, I use public transportation. While in Indonesia, I always ask my motorcycle to go to places.
So in China, there's like buses, train, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Is it
Public
cheap?
transportation. Mm-hmm.
Is it cheap? Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
And the last thing is about the temperature. I always wear a jacket or coat, and sometimes both when I go out.
Oh, it's really freezing in China. Right? It's like
In China, it's so
freezer.
freezing,
Like
yeah.
how do we say?
So,
It's,
mm-hmm.
so maybe I can imagine. If I cannot imagine, maybe if I live there, I won't last for a day for someone like me. Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Anto, it's nice meeting you here.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. Okay. So recently, one of your painting sold for 1 trillion rupiah, and the person who bought it, and this is the cool part, is the king of Kingdom Saudi Arabia. Wow, that's really unexpected. So, what are the things that makes your painting, the price of this particular painting so high?
Okay, this is my the best painting, and
what makes the best from other painting, and the color is a shape, it's a form, it's more detail, and it's very realistic.
I'm sorry. First, what do you mean by the shape? Is it the shape of the frame or
No,
some? No,
shape
what
is
is it exactly?
why you describe the things in the apply your in the canvas.
The thing you describe in the
Describe
canvas,
in the canvas.
the shape of the painting, the image, something like that. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Most of the artists, they never went to college. They just know it from when they were little. Like they just know it. I don't know how to explain it. Do you understand, right? That most of the artists just know they are an artist when they are little. Because the thing they thought they saw they see things differently from other people. So what about you? Since when did you start painting?
Oh yes. Actually, I started painting when I'm in college. I almost
College. That's interesting.
yes, I almost don't have activity when I'm in the college. So I start to painting and become my hobbies and job until right now.
Wow, that's interesting. That's new. That's different from other artists. Just like what I said before. Wow, you really are amazing. So I've seen you. I've seen your social media account. It seems that you are traveling around the world. Are you working on a new project? Are you working on a new project already?
No, I just travel around the world to find an inspiration to make me to make inspired to
Make a new painting, right? Like,
make new
oh, so
painting.
you are not in a project, but you are in the process
Yeah.
of making a project. Okay, thank you for sharing. Okay, so gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your
Yeah.
amazing and inspiring stories.
Yeah.
I hope we could meet again next time.
Yeah, I hope so.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this ends our tonight's episode. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.